So I'm your host, J Snip to the 4, and I just want you to go ahead and open your mind's door to J Snip 4. Now this is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Michigan school district that says it cannot pay teachers will remain closed until further notice. You know, that Michigan, as in probably somewhere near Detroit, if I had to guess. Buena Vista Township, Michigan, is where this is from. A shuttered Michigan school district that says it can't afford to pay its teachers plans to remain closed until further notice. Wow. It says it's located near Saginaw. It hasn't held classes since May 3rd. The district laid off teachers and all but 3 employees May 7th. The district has said it wouldn't be able to make payroll May 24th because the state put a hold on its funding to recoup about $500,000 for a juvenile detention education program the district no longer operates. And I think we have more. I got Jason 4 over on scene actually right now. Stand by. Let's see what Jason 4 is saying. He's actually in the classroom right now. Hey, yeah, this is Jason 4 reporting you live from the classroom in Michigan. And as you can see behind me, no, that's not a green screen. No, that's real. I'm just doing what CNN does. Makes you think they're somewhere. Make you think that they were up at the Sandy Hook victims' burial service and they weren't. Remember that? Yeah, this is real. I'm really there. Trust me. And it says Democratic Congresswoman or Congressman Dan Kildee of Flint says 91% of the district's students get federal food assistance through free and reduced lunch programs, and he wants to ensure the shutdown doesn't affect their nutrition. If they're not coming to school, you bozo, they can't possibly be eating now, can they? That's not, by the way, this by chance isn't the same congressman, that black fella who was talking to some military guy in front of, it was on C-SPAN, I think, and they're talking about one of these islands that we own, out in the Pacific, and his concern was that if we start repopulating the island and putting stuff on the island, that the island won't sink, will it? And he was actually being serious. No, you bumbling idiot. The island won't sink because there's weight put upon it. Not quite how that works, you moron. Anyways, Buena Vista Township, Michigan, can't pay the bills. And if you wonder, how do they pay the bills? Where does that money come from? All right, let's go back to JSNIP 4, the other JSNIP 4. Yeah, so back to me. Honestly, I was like, all I did was click a button. It kind of went like this. I'm just trying to fool you like CNN, Honestly, I'm not, I'm being stupid. So anyways, this place can't pay the bills. The school, they're holding back $500,000. The bottom line is tax money. Lower taxes collected equals less services. And the school system is very, very dependent on tax collection. And just to give you an idea, my dad was telling me back when that Hurricane Sandy hit up in the Northeast, New York, my aunt, which is my father's sister, was living up there, still is living there, in a house that my dad told me wasn't exactly the nicest house, but it was surrounded by extremely nice, inexpensive houses on her block. And it was one of the houses that my father's father left her, and she's been living in there. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm going to try to remember what he told me her taxes are per year. And I want to say on that house, it was like $6,000 a year. But in the general area, it was like $9,000 or $10,000 a year in taxes, property taxes. And then upon further investigation, which I did, I wondered, why are those taxes that outrageous for property taxes? Where is this money going? And I did a little quick research for myself and found that a massive majority of that property tax collected is going to the local public school systems. But I thought to myself, of course, well, I live, right now I live in Tennessee, but I've been living in Florida, near Tampa. And I have what you'd call normal taxes over there. Out here in Tennessee, it's so ridiculously cheap, you won't even believe it. So considering that, and there are schools in Tennessee, and there are schools near Tampa, of course, Brandon, Florida specifically, how are they able to pay the bills? How are they able to have a school for every kid? You don't have to travel far. There's multiple elementary schools, high schools, all that. Plenty to go around, basically. Now, sure, there's plenty of kids in the class, as we know is a problem. There's 30, 40 kids per teacher, but that's everywhere, except Tennessee. Out in the country, it ain't like that. A lot less kids per teacher. However, how are we able to pay the bills? How is that? They have a principal, they've got the faculty, they've got the teacher, they got it all. And we're still able to pay the bills. So why can they not pay the bills in New York? And I know this is part of the issue, but it should apply at other places too, or should apply to other places. But there's a little thing called pensions, retirement. And they owe a lot of money. Oh, a lot of money. So the people now paying taxes now are paying for people's former teachers' retirement. Which seems a little odd, right? Shouldn't we need to do something like this? Shouldn't you have it to where the teachers now are getting paid with the money from now? Not that they're getting paid with the money now, but also when you retire, you'll get paid more money from the people then in the future. As I've always said, as history shows, the pension systems will be destroyed. Not sustainable. Look no further than Michigan here. Why is the only reason, right? Let's go back there. Is the only reason the district has said it wouldn't be able to make the payroll on May 24th because the state put a hold on its funding to recoup about $500,000 for a juvenile detention education program the district no longer operates. So you think the state, and maybe this is true, but the actual state, federal, not federal, but the state government is going to knowingly shut this school down because they can't make payroll, because they spent $500,000 and need to recoup that now all of a sudden. Anyways, you can call it whatever you want. They can say it's for this or for that, but the bottom line is tax collecting is way, 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 way down. And as I said, when tax collection sucks, services get stopped. End of story. Take care.